What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Dining Review Monday. Today we are at Regal Eagle Smokehouse here in Epcot. All right, so a few new additions already to Regal Eagle, or the quick service dining area here, that you can see right off the bat is they got a nice smoker out here, which I think they're actually going to get up and running here shortly, and they're actually going to be making stuff for the other quick service over here out in front of us, which is where they serve the turkey legs. And then the other big thing is the bar area over here. So it's just a walk-up bar. They've got all kinds of drinks. They actually have two different ciders. They have Angry Orchard and the Space Blood Orange one that you can get in Hollywood Studios over at Baseline Tap House. So a little bit different and some new stuff added. The outside area here has a lot of tables for seating, which is really nice because the inside area still has not changed at all. Has that same seating area. So there's not a ton in there for a lot of people. And what's really nice is that out here, it's a nice day. You can come out here and sit and eat your food. So we're gonna head on inside, check out the restaurant, order some food, and see if it's any good. So we are inside now, and behind me is where all of the ordering is being done. Pretty standard quick service type of restaurant here. Not much has changed from the old style, or from the old restaurant to here. They do have mobile ordering, which is actually not up and running today, but I think is going to be another huge benefit of this restaurant with it kind of opening up with the restaurant. So we didn't have mobile order today, but should have if we could, because it's a super long line outside. There's a lot of people here. Now, with that being said, it seems like they are really moving people through very quickly, which is awesome. That's great to see, and I don't hopefully think that they're making too many mistakes. Overall, though, theming in here so far is pretty cool too. Definitely has that patriotic feel. Obviously, Sam Eagle is the character for this, so theming here is everything. But we've got a lot of different things. We've got like some butcher's guides. We have an old wood stove, just different type of stuff to really set the scene, and I'm really enjoying it. So, gonna jump in line, order some food, and see what it's all about.
So we got 3 different entrees to try here today. We've got the American platter, which you get to pick 3 different meats. It comes with garlic toast and a choice of sides. So our meats, we got chicken, ribs, and brisket. Now Josh actually ordered the brisket, but they served it with pork, so we have an extra side of pork on ours as well. We also got the North Carolina chopped smoked pork butt platter, and this was served with a side of garlic toast, and then you get to choose an additional side with that. Now, Josh actually didn't realize it came with garlic toast, so he ordered a side of garlic toast to make sure we got some, so we have a lot of garlic toast on the table. And then to try something a little bit different, because we normally don't do this, but we wanted to try and branch out a little bit, and we do actually like Impossible Burgers, so we actually got their barbecue jackfruit burger. This is also served with a choice of side. And for this one, we got the mac and cheese.
All right, so of all the things that we have tried, trying a little bit of everything for the most part here, I would say overall this place is actually pretty good. I am a little bit surprised. Has just been opened, so it is extremely busy still. A lot of people are coming in. I think they've just heard about it. It's barbecue. Most people gravitate towards barbecue. I think that they're doing pretty well. Of the platter that we got, which was supposed to include the brisket, the ribs, and the chicken, of that platter, I would say that probably the brisket took the win on all of the meats. And if I was to come back only having tried that dish, I would probably get just the brisket platter itself, which would be the brisket served with toast and then a side as well. One thing about the brisket I will say though is that it was kind of, it had a good nice like smokiness to it, but the flavor there was a little bit on the, I don't want to say flavor. What makes brisket really great is whenever you don't trim off the fat. That's what like kind of helps pull all that together. So the piece of the brisket that had more fat to them tasted better. The ribs, I think, I didn't care for them that much. Pork spare ribs can be really hit and miss. They can either be really chewy and overdone. I don't know if they're really ever underdone, but there's also usually a lot of like cartilage that gets in there, and you gotta have to pick through that, so I don't like that much. And then the chicken, which was okay. The skin and the flavoring on the outside was pretty good, but the actual chicken itself, the breast was pretty dry, and so you're really gonna be relying on those barbecue sauces that you can get from the table or from the dispenser over here to really kind of bring some of that moisture back. As a side option, we got these homemade, house-made pickles. And I'm having a really tough time deciding on whether they're supposed to be like a dill, or if they're supposed to be sweet, or if they're a sweet and sour combination. I think they're sweet and sour. Nobody else is like willing to try them. We're undecided on the pickles. Other than we know they're not like a straight dill, they kind of like a sweet and sour, or maybe like a, what do we say, the butter?
Bread and butter.
Bread and butter pickles. They're good. I enjoy them. I think everybody else has liked them. They are definitely fresh. They got a nice crunch to them, but definitely not a dill. So if you're expecting dill, you might want to stay away from this, but I would suggest trying it. All the sides, if you want to get them individually, are on the Disney dining plan, so you can use a snack credit. They're all $4.99 each, so that's good to note if you're on the dining plan. With the brisket platter, we got the onion rings, and I would say they were, you know, an average standard onion ring. Pretty good. Were they the best I've ever had? No. Were they the worst? No, they're in the middle. The other thing that I was really interested to try here, because this is a barbecue place basically, is that they have a plant-based burger sandwich, whatever you want to call it, which is served on a Texas toast. It is the jackfruit barbecue burger. But it's a plant-based, which means that they use, basically, it says on the sign up there, there's like no animal products, no egg, no honey, nothing like that. And it was really good. I was pleasantly surprised how good the burger actually tasted itself. Now it doesn't have like to me it didn't really have like a burger flavor to it. But overall it was sweet, has some coleslaw on there. The jackfruit is served on top of the actual like plant-based burger. It was good. Not super savory in my opinion, and not super sweet. So it was a good balance in between. And I would definitely recommend you trying it if you've never tried it before, or if you're curious. I think it's a great place to start.
So out of all of the food that Josh and I ordered today, I think if I came back here, I would get the pork platter with either onion rings or the mac and cheese as a side. Those were probably my favorite things out of everything that we tried today. I did actually like the plant-based burger, but I don't like tomato, and I did get a bite with the tomato on there, so I would just get rid of that. But I like that it was served on Texas toast and something a little bit different, and something they're integrating into the restaurants here at Walt Disney World, including counter service like today. The chicken was a little bit dry, but that did give me the opportunity to try all of the barbecue sauces. I actually really liked all of the barbecue sauces. There was one that kind of tasted like a golden barbecue sauce. It was really good with the chicken. Pork, the mac and cheese, and the onion rings were awesome. The onion rings are like a beer battered onion ring. They were nice and crunchy, perfect. And the mac and cheese is not the standard mac and cheese that you get at like the buffets around the property. And it actually had some breadcrumbs on top that added a little bit of texture. So I overall really enjoyed this. This is actually a counter service restaurant we used to skip. But now that they've changed it to Regal Eagle Barbecue, this is definitely a place we would come back and try again. And we did not eat here alone today. We've got a crew of us today. Our friends Josh and Hannah are here, and our friend Steve is here as well. So they're going to tell you a little bit about what they had to eat as well.
So I got the Sweet Carolina smoked sausage sandwich, and it had 2 pieces of smoked sausage, caramelized onions with the garlic bread. It was really good. It was a little on the sweet side, which I wasn't expecting, so if you don't like that, you might not like it. The sausage was really good. I loved all the sauces. The Blue Ribbon spicy sauce was really good. I got the onion rings, and like Taylor said, they were really good, I thought, for Disney. Overall, I would come back again and do it. It's much better than what was here before.
So I got the chopped pork plate, and I thought it was really good. I thought it was well cooked, but not overly cooked where it was dry. And then I got the baked beans as a side. I thought those were really good. It almost had a mustard sauce with it. It didn't taste like it was something that they just was store-bought. It tasted really good, like they had made it back in the kitchen. And it had actually pretty big pieces of pulled pork in the beans as well. So overall, it was awesome.
So I got the American platter, and with that, of course, it has the 3 choices of meat. I decided to get the pork butt, the barbecue ribs, and the brisket. And then for my side, I got the beer battered onion rings. Altogether, I have to say, I love the fact that this stuff is not smothered in barbecue sauce. You're allowed to add in your own sauces to create your own flavor. I love that. Nothing worse than one that just comes preloaded. My top meat entree is definitely the pork butt. I actually ended up eating most of that without the barbecue sauce because the flavor is so good on its own. And the beer battered onion rings, sorry Josh, I have to say these are some of the best ones I've had on property, so I'm pro onion rings here.
So for dessert, I got the brownie s'mores, the s'mores brownie, something like that. It's basically a brownie that's a s'mores with a graham cracker crust bottom, the brownie on top, and then like a little fudge layer with then like a meringue on the top. Now, I'm not a huge fan of like meringue and whipped cream and all that on top of anything. Combining everything together is actually pretty good. Tastes pretty close to a s'more. It's not exactly a s'more for obvious reasons, but I actually really like it. So another snack that you can get with your Disney dining plan, $4.99, and I think it's a decent little snack. All right, well that is going to do it for us here at Regal Eagle Barbecue Smokehouse. Did I say that right? Here in Adventure Pavilion at Epcot. It was pretty good.
It was. I am so glad they changed this counter service. Who knows when actually the next time will be that we come back?
Yeah.
But I definitely would come back and try this place. If we were doing something like quick and we were in World Showcase and we wanted something to eat, because we could even grab some of the sides as a snack.
Absolutely.
And that platter, you could definitely share between two people as a lunch.
Yes, I think the platter was like somewhere around 18 bucks, and
Yes.
that is definitely something that is worth sharing between two people.
Yeah.
Don't get it for just yourself. I mean, you can if you want, but
Yeah.
definitely worth at least two people.
Yeah,
Um,
Steve got it for himself and he could not eat the whole thing. He
Yeah.
was like, this is way too much food.
Yeah.
But it does give you quite a variety of options on the platter.
It does. And another question I think everybody's asking is, how does this place really compare to Flame Tree Barbecue, because it's also a quick service, and even Polite Pig in Disney Springs, which is more what I would consider of a hybrid quick service kind of sit down restaurant. Because it is a little bit more expensive, I think, than what it is here. But I think, for the most part, I think for me, Polite Pig is still going to sit at the top.
Yes.
And then there will
Same.
be here, and then Flame Tree for me is going to still be
Yeah.
down at the bottom.
Yes, I definitely think this is a great new addition for a counter service here at Epcot. They did have a previous counter service there, but it was
sorry.
kind of a place you just like passed by because it was just like regular food, like chicken
Yeah.
fingers, fries, hot dogs, hamburgers, and whenever we go to the parks, we want something a little bit more exciting.
Absolutely. The only thing that I see about this restaurant here, and a lot of the other quick services here in Epcot, for us specifically, is that this won't be a place that we venture to often because there's so many other great additions throughout the year to try. And what I mean by that is just all the festivals. There's
Yes.
always something else that's going on. Obviously, you can use your Disney dining plan here, either for quick service or for the deluxe dining plan. Either or, doesn't matter. And great options, but for us,
We have to go
won't be
try. We have to try a bunch of other places.
yes, we do.
We got to keep up those dining reviews.
Yeah. So all in all, the original cost, I went back up and got the pickles, and I went back up and I got the dessert. The original cost, so for 3 entrees, was $50 plus a drink, which I think that's a pretty reasonable price for quick service around here. That's probably your pretty standard price. So
Yeah. And I mean, that was for 3 entrees. If you do just the one,
Yes.
it would only be like 18, 19 bucks
Yep.
plus a drink.
So just trying to give you guys variety out there to kind of see a little bit more of what's here rather than just one entree.
So let us know if you have been here to Epcot to try out the new Regal Eagle Barbecue.